Hey guys, it's Brianna and today I'm here with a really fun video. I'm going to be testing out 6 crayon DIYs and life hacks, and I'm going to tell you guys if they really work, or at least if they worked for me. And before we hop right into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm currently having a $500 Visa gift card giveaway on my channel. Visa gift cards can be used in basically any store that accepts Visa and online. And the giveaway is going to be international because if you live in a different country than I do, you can just exchange the money for your currency. So the only rules to enter are that you have to be subscribed to this channel that you are watching right now, Brianna Renee, and the only other rule is that you have to be subscribed to my second channel, which is Extra Brianna Renee. I will have that channel linked down below as well as in the eye in the corner. Actually, I think the eye's on this side. But yeah, either side, just hit the eye and it should take you to my second channel. So that is all you have to do to enter, but if you would like a second entry, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram, which is at Brianna Renee. And the winner is going to be announced on March 4th. So with all that being said, let's just hop right into this video. Trying out a crayon splatter canvas, but not the one where you actually like glue the crayons on top, because I've actually tried that one before, so I'm going to try just making like a really cool splatter pattern. I saw a picture online that I'll put like right here, which is kind of like my inspiration, so we'll see if I can make mine nearly as good as that. So to get started, I'm just selecting a crayon. I'm gonna go with this blue color, and then I need to plug this in, so I will be right back. So now, using this hairdryer, I'm going to put it on hot and blow this, which should make a little splatter effect on the canvas. DIY canvas thing turned out. I don't think it turned out quite as well as the original picture that I was kind of like inspired by, but I still do think that it's pretty cool. I think I ruined it a little bit by doing the whole splatter effect. But yeah, either way, I think this DIY works really well. It was really fun to do, so let me know if you guys try this out. So next we are going to be making some crayon nail polish. I feel like this isn't going to work, but we'll test it out and see. So basically the only thing you really need for this is a crayon, and then I also have a candle, a bowl, and some clear nail polish. So the first step is just to break the crayon into the bowl. Now I'm just going to melt this by putting it over the candle like we did earlier and wait for it to melt. Now that the crayon is all melted, I am just going to take the nail polish and dip the brush into the melted crayon and then apply it on. So I have it on my nails now, and I'm going to be honest, this is probably the worst DIY I've ever tried in my life. I hate it. It looks really bad, and the like nail polish or like the melted crayons literally dries in like 0.5 seconds. So you have to put it on really, really quick, and then it dries really ugly and bumpy and gross, and just like, don't try this DIY. I do not recommend it at all. So the third life hack that we are going to be testing out is that apparently you can use a crayon as a candle and it will burn for about 24 hours. Oh my god, okay, this is actually scary. This is like getting really big. I wonder, can I catch another one? This is terrifying. Oh, it worked! So clearly this hack works. That was honestly a little bit scary. I kind of thought I was going to burn my house down. But before we're finished with this hack, I want to try one more thing. So I'm going to light this candle, or crayon, up, and then we're going to drop it in the water just for fun to see what happens. Next, we are going to be testing out some DIY crayon lipstick, which I've actually tried a different version of this before, but I'm trying like a different way of making it today. So I'm excited, but the first step is to pick out the colors that you want for your lipstick. So I'm going to pick 2, I think. So before we can get started with the lipstick, we need to take the paper off the crayons. So normally you'd use an X-Acto knife, but I'm not 100% sure where mine is right now, so I'm just going to try this normal knife to see if I can get the paper off. Now that I have the little paper parts off of there, I'm just going to break them in half and put them into the cup. Now the only other ingredient you need to make this lipstick is some coconut oil, so I'm just taking a scoop of that and putting it in with the crayons. Now it is time to melt the crayons, so I'm doing that by using this candle. I'm just holding the cup on top, and then the crayons and the coconut oil will melt. So now that this is all melted, the final step is just to pour it into this little container, and once it dries, it will be ready to apply. So this is the finished lipstick, and I have it on my lips right now. I really like it. I'll also show you guys a swatch so you guys can see. But I think this is very comparable to like lipsticks that I have that are $20 or $30, so like I said, I really like it. But depending on how much coconut oil and how much crayons you put, like the texture and the finish and the pigmentation will all change, so you can just play around and see what you like best. Next, we're going to be making some edible crayons. So the first step for this is to get some easy mold silicone putty. So basically something that you can use to make your own mold, and then you're also going to need some crayons.
Now you just want to follow the instructions on the mold that you are using. It will be different depending on the brand that you use. And then once you have that all ready, just flatten it down on a plate and press a crayon down into it. Then to kind of get the top part, you just want to push the mold up on top. You don't want it to actually touch because then it will dry closed, but you want it to be almost touching.
So this is what my molds are looking like. It looks a little bit weird right now, but I'm hoping it's going to work out. So I'm going to let these set for 25 minutes and then I'll come back to it. So it is a bit later and the molds are completely dry, so I have some melted white chocolate here and I'm just going to add some coloring on it to make it pink, and then we're going to pour it in the mold.
I am very carefully taking out the crayons, and then using my spoon, I'm kind of just trying to stuff the mold full of chocolate. There's probably a better way of doing this, but this is how I did it. I used my fingers and the spoon, and then once I felt that it was full, I just took some paper towel and rubbed the excess off. And here I am doing it again with my second one.
So now that both molds are filled, I'm just taking some paper towel and cleaning up the excess chocolate. This is definitely a messy DIY, but hopefully it actually works in the end. So the molds were put in the fridge for about 20 minutes or so, and it is very hard, so I can tell that it is ready. So I'm going to try and pop it out, and hopefully this works. So clearly this DIY didn't really work out for me, considering my crayons are both broken. It's just very hard to like get them out, and then the mold, like it didn't really work either. They don't look like crayons. I don't think either of them have a tip. Like this is supposed to be the crayon tip. It didn't work out. I broke both of them trying to get it out. It's a lot of work and it's not very easy to do. I don't know, you guys could try this and let me know if it works for you, but I wouldn't really suggest this DIY. To make your crayon Play-Doh, the first thing you need to do is put some cooking oil into a pot and put that on low heat. Then I am breaking some similar colored crayons into the pot. While you are waiting for that to melt, you can get started on the dry ingredients. So I'm taking a cup and a half of flour and putting that into a bowl, and then I'm doing a half a cup of salt and 1 tablespoon of cream of tartar. Now I'm just mixing the oil and the crayon again, and I'm actually adding a cup of water to that mixture. And when you do that, the crayon will kind of like clump up and stuff, but that's totally fine, don't worry about it. And now I am mixing the dry and the wet ingredients together, and this is what will form the Play-Doh. So in here is the finished Play-Doh, and I can already tell that this worked perfectly. It feels just like real Play-Doh, which is really cool, and it's really easy to make and stuff, so I would definitely recommend that you guys try this. So that is all for today's video. I really hope that you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new and enter my giveaway. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon with a brand new video. Bye!